I'm always, even if it's like a kind of calm residency here, I'm always thinking and I'm always checking news and my whole life and like in person and like an artist is connected to the situation in Ukraine. I mean to the full-scale invasions of the Russian to the Ukrainian territory. So it's the biggest question number one, and as every Ukrainian have in this time. And I also sometimes I try to see on this question also, let's say, on a global level. What is safetyness, what is comfort, what can I afford to myself and my family, what could other people close to me afford. And in the global level, I also thinking about why and from where this energy of fighting, of grabbing something came from, and why it's still in 21st century, it's still this kind of situation here. So it's, of course, it's the biggest question for myself. It's like having the energy from the process and artistically all this situation which is going on around me, I put to my art. So of course in metaphorical way and to trying to do it, research it on a deeper level, but anyway, it's always the question of what next and where are we going like a society, where I'm going personally, and yeah, kind of this. I already have my first solo performance. Name of it is Survivor Syndrome. So it's kind of the result of my survival syndrome when I left the country with a 3-month-old daughter on my hands, and so I, during first year, I think, first time of full-scale invasion, I was doing this solo on some residencies, and where the fragility came from, because when it was a work in process presentation and also the premiere of it, it was one of the audience, I think, who first asked the word of fragility appears. It was her in her feedback about my performance, and then somebody else was told me like a feedback about the fragility, and this word came to my circle to my thoughts, and I think, okay, I'm not thinking about the fragility during the process of making that solo, and then I understand, okay, people see it, I should go deeper to the theme and try to understand what is it, because I'm also knew that this term is from physics, from mechanics, because I have my first graduation, it's mechanics and mathematics, so I also link these terms from here, and I'm always interested in how this terms from the science, which is mathematical part of scientific research, how it's put to the language of normal people, and how we use it, and what angles we use to talk about it. So I also put here some my associations and some association which came from the information during my research, from some books and from some my experience on this residency which I take here. And so yeah, because the situation comes and I'm not choosing it, and so I should somehow in the process of my life. As I said before, Olivia was 3 months old when we start to go abroad, and normally to find some residencies and then coming back home. So it's like also the author of the book which I read, named Anti-Fragile, he put the idea here that you could find this anti-fragility from the unexpected things. So it was like my path. So it is like this, so I can't do any other way. But to be true, I'm happy because, for example, Olivia, she gives me some ideas because I see her behaviors, her things, and she gave me some ideas, physical one or metaphorical one for the work also. So it's like normal thing for me now to collaborate, to be two in once, and so mother, wife, and the artist. It's always hard to be that my husband is not allowed to came with me, and it will be more helpful. But anyway, for the bigger perspective, I see like it's interesting how I can use this like family information, this kind of situation in my artistic life. I'm more the person who reading this kinesthetic energy, and also that's why I like theater. I like the live art, let's say let's say like this, and also it's a natural form for me to expressing myself. I believe in this kind of situation when real communication between artist and viewer, or it's a bad word, viewer, and other person could be, because I believe everybody is artist inside. So yeah, I believe that this real communication is working. So it's best of the best form for me to express myself. I think the first, I don't know, storage of energy is inside myself. So I believe it's also inside everybody, every person. And of course, I'm using also energy of process. So even if I'm lazy, if I do nothing, I'm trying to go out and find some process in communication, in art. So this process is the right word, when I'm also find the energy and I feel fulfilled from it. So then I could share more, kind of like this. And because I'm just take a look to the studio and understand that I remember my answer to the question about home, and I understand that I really comfortable in a big free spaces. And that's why I like dance studios, because it's quite minimalistic. You have only walls and you have only floor. And it's perfect space for me, and I like the smell of dance floor, and yeah, so I'm really comfortable here. So that's it. And about home, it's about home. I'm just finding that I'm still, maybe in this situation, I'm even in so hard situation as any people in Ukraine, because I'm still feeling that I'm in process of searching my home.